Hey, it's Chris here. So I'm in my office. It's like, I don't know, 6 o'clock, maybe at night. It's dark outside, it's winter time. This is my office. That's my standing desk there. But right now, I like whiteboards. Right now, I am sitting down. Sometimes I like to sit down if I'm doing work in the evening. So this is my first episode of my video blog, right? And for a couple of days now, I've been sitting here thinking, how am I going to do this? When should I do it? Is like for stupid things like, is the camera on the front of my iPhone going to do a good enough job? Because when you're doing the video from the behind, I can't see what's going on in the camera. So, I don't know. And I just thought to myself, well, there's only one way to actually do this thing. It's to actually go ahead and just get the thing done, right? So I guess with the video blog, and I've been thinking about what to do about it and how to do it and how to execute it and all the rest of it, blah, 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 right? So I'm going to just put a stand down here so I can actually have a seat and speak to you. I've been thinking about like how, what topics to talk about and all the rest of it, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the thing. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about the stuff that's happening at work, in business. Let's talk about the stuff that's happening in my life and what I'm doing. Maybe it'll be of interest to you, maybe it won't, I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? And one of the big things that's on my mind just now is music, right? I listen to tons and tons of music when I'm working. So most of the time I can't listen to podcasts because depends on if I'm writing, for example, or if I'm doing some work, the talking that people, it just puts me off, right? So I listen to music and I listen to tons of music. I'm a bit of a heavy metal fan. I don't know if that's something you're into or not, but I like heavy music, and I've always I have done for a long time, maybe like 20 years now. So, like for example, today I'm listening to like Parkway Drive, a bit of Pantera. Those are like two of the bands I've been listening today, and I just like to. It just keeps me. I don't know. It kind of cuts out the background noise and lets me focus on what it is I'm actually doing. I don't know what music you listen to. It'd be cool to know what like bands and stuff like that you listen to while you're working. But I mean, when I'm doing the type of work I'm doing, it's usually sort of creative work, like I said, writing or reading, video editing, stuff like that. Just stuff that I just want to have some music in my head. So I've always got a pair of headphones with me, and I'm always listening to music. And it's usually on iTunes Match or something like that. I'll be listening to it. I also like to watch a lot of YouTube live music. I don't know if you're into that, but I certainly am into watching bands perform live on YouTube. I love all that stuff, just to see what it's like, see what the band's like in real life. And that I think you can tell a lot by a band when you see them perform live, how good they are, how really good they are. And some of my favourite bands are like Pantera are definitely one of them. Parkway Drive are a great band. I love Architects, which are a British band. I don't know if you heard of them before. Lamb of God are one of my favourites as well. I love a band called Death. Now, the name of the band sounds horrible, but they're honestly one of the best bands ever, I think. Musically, the songwriting, technical ability, all of that stuff. And the singer unfortunately died a long time ago, but one of my favourite bands of all time. I love other stuff like punk stuff. I love anything really. I'm quite eclectic that way, but usually pretty heavy. I like something with a bit of balls about it. Do you know what I mean? Something that really gets you sort of fired up. There's nothing worse than just wishy-washy, just crap. But I do like acoustic stuff as well. So really good songwriters and really good singers. I like that too. Even occasionally I like to listen to a little bit of Adele. But the reason I listen to her is because she's got a great voice, and the music's pretty good as well. It's not to say that I'm a huge fan of the content within the song or the storyline there, but I love their voice is amazing. So that as well kind of gets me going too. You'll probably see a guitar in the background. You can see the headstock just sitting right there. That's one of my more expensive guitars. I have one in the office here, and sometimes I bring another one to the office as well. Because I like to sit down, I just like to play, even just for 5 minutes, just play guitar and just riff something off, and just relax. It gets me relaxed anyway, and it takes my head off the computer a lot. Sometimes you get a headache when you're on the computer all the time, and it makes me feel a bit better. So, that's music. Music in the office is one big thing I like, but I like it in the headphones as opposed to listening to the radio or anything like that. Plus, Tammy, like I'm normally standing here and Tammy's normally sitting here. She listens to her music, and I know that she's into music that's completely different than mine. She's not into like anything to do with the music I'm into, and I don't think I'm into her music either. But that's totally fine. We can both listen to our own music in our headphones, which is totally cool. So I love that though. I remember being back at my old job a few years ago now. I left my job in 2011, and you know, you're working in an open plan office. You know, you had to wear a suit and tie and all the rest of it. Listening to music wasn't really a thing. And then slowly, I kind of towards the end of when I was working there, I used to put my music on my iPhone all the time because I thought, like, you know, this is boring and there's no music. And music kind of just keeps me motivated, you know. I've always, just seems like music's had a proper, like I grew up with music. My dad had music. Stuart, my stepdad, played a lot of music in the house. As kids, we listened to lots of music. I play guitar, for example, so I think that's a signal right there as well. And I love to listen to new bands and see what's going on in the scene and keep my finger on the pulse there as well. So yeah, music's huge. So yeah, jump into the comment section. Let me know what your favourite bands are that you like to listen to, why you like to listen to music as well. And maybe we could have a little chat. Maybe you could suggest some new bands that I should be checking out. I know there's always new stuff cropping up on the scene. It'd be cool to know what's going on. And yeah, it'd be really cool to find out what you're into as well, and if you do listen to music. I know a lot of people like silence, but silence is really difficult to control. Like, there's always something going on, isn't there? So anyway, that's Music in the Workplace by Chris Marr. Thanks for watching my first episode of my video blog, and I'll catch up with you next time. Don't forget to be awesome.